I mentioned we had a writer on the show tonight. That's exciting. For how many people are interested in writing? I don't mean doing it themselves, but reading something that someone has written. We do it a lot, don't we? More than we notice, don't we? This sounds like a really pithy stand-up bit. We do. We read stuff a lot, don't we? Have you ever noticed that? He's not only a writer, but he's actually a composer. Please welcome to the show, Andrew Lloyd Webber.
What's this now? What's this now? The city of St. Antonio? Scotric, hello, dear boy. Hello. What a pleasure to be with you here in your American Southwest.
Lord
Webber, yes.
Lord Webber.
That is I.
You are a lord.
I am a lord. I'm a peer of the realm.
A peer of the realm.
Knighted by Her Majesty, don't you know?
Yes, I think we talked about that once. There was a big ceremony, right?
Yeah, of course there's a big ceremony.
She doesn't just do it in private.
No. There's cameras. There's guards.
What are the guards there for? Are people trying to stop this from happening?
Sometimes. Do you know they tried to knight Sting? And so people jumped in front of the Queen's sword. And once that happens, no second chances. Sorry, Gordon.
Sting is SOL.
What?
Shit out of luck.
Scotric.
I beg your pardon, Lord Webber.
Where I come from, we say, down the privy, old chum.
Well, I'm not from where you are.
No, you're not, and you never will be.
I like to think in reincarnation. I might be...
You like to think of it?
I like to think about it. Don't you?
What do you think about when you think about reincarnation?
I think it would be fun to come back as, like, an English person, you know?
How dare you?
You think that everyone comes back wherever they were originally born?
I know this, that no one not born on English soil will ever be reincarnated as an Englishman.
It's a very special, what is it, a country? It's not a continent.
It's a jewel. It's a sceptred isle. It's a country, yes.
Did you see that RRR movie?
Rest, relaxation, and what?
Writing.
Clever. Clever clogs.
Lord Webber, you are, for people who don't know who you are, which I can't not imagine...
Everyone knows who Andrew Lloyd Webber is. The composer of such Broadway favorites as Jesus Christ Superstar, Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, Phantom of the Opera.
Why are you doing that?
I'm miming a half mask.
I've never seen it. Is that part of the show?
You've never seen Phantom?
I've never seen Phantom, no.
Well, Scotch, you simply must.
Is it still playing?
Yeah, well, somewhere, yes. It's always playing somewhere. It's the I Love Lucy of musicals.
And what happens? He like at the end of the show, he puts on a half mask?
No, at the very beginning, he has a half mask. The first time you see the Phantom, he's hideously disfigured, and so he wears a mask to cover up the grossness of his face. If you saw it, you'd throw up.
When you think about it, it's very considerate of him.
It is. And you know what, Scotric? Not a lot of people pick up on that. But the Phantom is actually a very nice chap. He's saying, my face is revolting. Why don't I put a half mask on it to let people see that I have a bit of a normal face too? I'm not all bad.
Does he have like something drawn on the mask where like
a cast? Like when someone breaks their leg in school?
People say,
No.
Christine.
Get well soon, Phantom. There's not enough real estate. No one can write that small.
He probably doesn't have that many friends. He's so ugly.
Yeah, he is a fan. Scortrick, that's
Well,
cruel.
I beg your pardon.
Just because he has a disgusting face doesn't mean he doesn't have friends.
Does he have friends in the show?
No, but I like to imagine that in the sewers of Paris, there are so many creatures. Ratatouilles, they're down there. Albino alligators.
You know who the Phantom should meet? Those dang Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Those who?
Let me break it down for you.
Break it down.
Okay, they're teenagers.
That was a very brief breakdown.
They're teenagers.
They're teenagers.
What do you think about that? You've written for teenagers before, or about teenagers, have you not?
I've written about them. I will never write for them. I was approached to do Scortrick, I was approached to do a musical adaptation of The Hunger Games.
The Hunger Games?
Yes.
Starring J. Law.
Yes, but it's also a book.
Right.
It's a series of books.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds amazing.
Well, it does until you find out it's for teenagers.
Oh.
They said it's a YA novel.
Which
And
you thought meant...
Yanks adjacent. But it stands for young adult.
Ugh.
As if there is such a thing.
You know, the concept of the teenager was invented in like the 1950s. No one even cared about them before that.
What do you think they were called before they were called teenagers?
I just think they were children, and then when they turned 16 and went to war, then they were adults.
Right. They were children up until the age of 15, 16, off you go to fight for Queen and country, and you won't be coming back. Goodbye.
Right. But the whole thing about like teens was like an invention, and suddenly they started selling records to them. And...
It's as terrible an invention as the atomic bomb. Everything's for teenagers now.
Yeah. Tell me, Euphoria. What do you think about Euphoria?
Is that for teenagers? I know it's about them.
I think I would have watched it when I was a teenager. I would have snuck in.
Oh, I know you would have. You cheeky monkey. You're a dirty little thing, aren't you? You're a dirty little thing. Yes, you are.
Is this foreplay?
You're
what are you doing?
You're a dirty little thing. What's foreplay?
That doesn't surprise me. Knowing your divorce history.
How dare you?
What was her name?
Will you be a gentleman?
She was in the Phantom of the Opera with you.
Sarah Brightman. Yes. Oh, Sarah. My muse of one time. She was the one who inspired me to write about a man with a fucked up face.
Did you feel as if, compared to her, you had a...
I felt like a hideous creature compared to my beautiful Sarah.
She was so beautiful.
But I felt like half a hideous creature.
Which half?
The top.
Okay, let me get back to these teenagers.
Do as you please.
So they're teenagers, but...
Off board.
They're mutants.
Yeah. What does that mean?
They've been mutated.
They have been mutated.
Yes.
Someone did it to them.
Yeah, by accident, they were mutated.
Well, still, but they are mutants.
They are mutants.
Well,
yes.
whatever the intention was.
Sure. It was maybe God's intention, part of God's plan as he laughed down.
Don't drag him into it. Do you think God accidentally mutated these turtles?
No, intentionally.
Well, why did you say accidentally then?
It was an accident for the turtles, but not for God.
Oh, like cancer.
Yes.
Yes.
God
No one's trying to get it.
Yeah.
But
God
God's like,
loves
here you
doing
go. It's all part of his plan.
They were mutated. They were tiny turtles, and as I recall...
So not tortoises.
No. I don't think so.
Little turtles you find in the garden.
Sure. Yeah, or a pet store.
Not great Galapagos.
Exactly.
Figures, giants roaming the earth.
But they were in a sewer, A lot like where...
Phantom. Well, that's where he hangs out.
That's where he hangs out, exactly. They were in a sewer.
With Jean Valjean.
Jean Valjean and the Phantom know each other?
In my head canon, they're friends.
See, this is what I'm saying.
I ship them.
This is what I'm saying. The whole Sewerverse.
I say.
Phantom. Jean Valjean. The Turtles.
Tell me more about these turtles.
Okay, so they stepped in some green ooze.
They're little tiny turtles.
Yes.
And they're just ambling along.
And it's in
being
the
turtles.
Yeah.
Why are they in the sewer?
So they were flushed down toilets.
Oh, dear.
As pets. Yeah, it's a tragic backstory.
You mustn't do that.
Yes, you mustn't.
You mustn't. Don't flush feminine products, paper towels, or turtles down the toilet.
Exactly.
That's what the sign over my loo says. Our pipes are very old. Please be considerate. Don't flush any turtles down the old bog.
So they step into this green ooze and they grow in stature to where they're...
How quickly were they moving that all four of them stepped into this green ooze?
You would think the first guy would be like, "Hey guys, I just stepped in some ooze.
Yes.
Watch out behind me."
Were they traveling side by side?
Holding hands.
And it was a line of green ooze?
Yeah.
And they all took one little step and it said, "Uh-oh, fellows. Bad news, chaps. We've stepped in some green ooze."
So they all grow to be human-sized turtles. They're as big as you or I.
So, okay. So slightly bigger than a Galapagos turtle. Tortoise.
I guess I'm not picturing the Galapagos tortoise.
It's about, let's say, this child represents one.
Okay.
And so, yes, roughly the dimensions of the shell, and then he's got his little head, pokes out there.
Okay.
And his little armies and leggies.
Those are, okay.
Yes, and he's about this high.
About that high? Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
They're massive.
Okay, so
Did you know they're 2,000 years old?
Why?
I don't know. They just refuse to die.
Can you do that?
I don't know. Let's try it.
Okay.
Let's meet back here in 100 years.
Well, these turtles are like, sorry. Their heads are about this big.
You could say as big as a human head.
Okay. Their bodies are about this big.
You don't have to. But I'm saying, so what? That's not different than a tortoise.
Well, they're a little bit bigger.
Okay.
Well, I haven't finished.
How are they ninjas?
I'm getting to that part. They're ninjas.
Yes, how?
So they're
just crawling around saying, "I'm a ninja"?
Part of their mutation is they can now speak English.
American English, I presume.
Well, the interesting part about it is some of them speak in different dialects for some reason, even though they're all from New York. One talks like a surfer from California.
Right.
And one has a very thick, like, Bronx accent.
Right.
Even though they're brothers, even though this happened to them at the same time.
And there's four of them?
There's four of them, yes.
And they're brothers?
They consider themselves to be brothers at least.
I don't think any turtles are actually related.
You don't think, really?
I don't believe it. I just don't believe it.
Are turtles a one
Show me the family tree.
Are they a one at a time animal?
They're a one at a time animal. There's only one of them ever around. In every country has one turtle. I think.
Every country.
Every country.
What about states? Because they're United States.
Well, the turtle travels around.
Oh, okay.
Everyone can get a good look.
People thrill.
Yes.
Hey.
On a train tour across the country. Stops on the caboose, waves to everyone. But now, so there's four of them?
There's four of them, yes.
One of them talks like a surfer. The other talks like a Bronx.
Bronx guy, yeah.
What did the other two do?
Oh, man. Let me see if I can remember. One is like a computer dude.
And he talks like that?
I think maybe he's nerdy.
I am a turtle. You will be crawled towards. Stay where you are. I will be there in one day.
Oh, by the way, these turtles ain't slow, ALW. They're quick as can be.
That seems weird.
Yeah. Well,
Scrambling about.
That's part of their mutation. They mutated. They're fast now. They have lightning quick reflexes that were honed by a giant rat who also stepped in that ooze. He stepped in that ooze as well. How big is this rat
in chair terms?
Oh, in chair terms?
How many chairs?
Well, its head, like if a chair were this big.
I'm not a chair.
I would say stacked on top of each other.
2 chairs. That's a big rat.
I didn't say 2 chairs.
You said stacked on top of each other.
I was asking you how many... are the chairs stacked on top of each other, or are they...
Let me tell you what you just did.
Okay.
You asked me nothing, and you said to me, plainly, stacked on top of each other, period, full stop.
And yet, why does that to you mean 2 chairs?
Is it 4 chairs stacked on top of each other? How big a rat are we talking about?
Well, it would depend. Like, these chairs stacked on top of each other are about 1.5 chair high. So, or are you talking literally like...
I'm not talking about anything! I'm trying to find out how big this rat is.
Why do I have to do it in terms of chairs?
All right, what would you like to do it in terms of?
Feet.
How many rats high is he?
How many rats high? Oh, okay, that's good. He's probably...
Wait, how big are the rats you're using to measure?
Can we agree on pizza rat?
Certainly.
Okay.
Well, I think we can all agree upon Pizza Rat. America's greatest hero.
He's probably stacked on top of each other? Probably 7 pizza rats high.
Well, that's quite a tall rat. Is the pizza rat standing upon his hind legs?
Shit. I thought he was.
I wish he was. In my mind, he is.
He should have been.
In my mind, he is not a New York City subway rat scuttling along with a pizza in his mouth. In my mind, he's standing upright and he's holding a little tiny pizza box with a full rat pizza in it.
And he's sitting at that little table that's in the middle of the pizza when you get it delivered.
If we're still using Pizza Rat as scale, I would say that could be a stool for the Pizza Rat, but it would be a poor table.
A poor Pizza Rat's table.
'Tis a poor, poor Pizza Rat's table.
This Christmas, pizza children, we only have this one tiny table.
What, are they going to eat it?
Yeah, I guess they would, wouldn't they? In any case, they were taught ninja powers.
The turtles by this giant rat.
Yeah, stealth.
Is the rat as big as a capybara?
A carbonara? What?
Are you not familiar with the capybara? The capybara.
The what?
The capybara.
Capybara?
Capybara.
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 I don't know what the capybara is. Capybara?
The capybara is the animal that is friend to all animals. Everybody likes him.
What type of animal are we talking?
He looks like a big rat.
And everyone likes him?
But cuddly.
Cuddly?
He looks like a cuddly version of a big rat. And everybody likes him. He's a sleepy little guy. And you can see him with every animal. He's the most likely animal friend.
Like in selfies with other animals, or?
Do you mean, do the animals have cell phones?
Do they?
No. People take pictures of them, dear boy. Have you never been to the Zoological Society?
The what?
The Zoological Society. I am speaking English.
It's these monitors. I'm sorry.
Why don't you go sit by the monitor?
will.
I can hear you just fine. Is this any better? The capybara.
Oh, the capybara. Oh, the cuddly animal.
There we go.
Okay.
And have you never been to the Zoological Society?
The Zoological Society?
Yes.
No.
That is where they have the animals confined to cages. And you can look at them and there's nothing they can do about it. I've seen this video. This video is making the rounds. It's a gorilla, a silverback gorilla, comes out of this little enclosure, and he slides up to the glass on some hay. And it's very intense. Then he turns around, and he shows his silver back to the camera. Then he walks away back to his enclosure, and before he gets into it, he goes like this. As if to say, I could crush you, I'm a silverback gorilla, but he's behind glass.
He can crush a human being, but he can't just punch through glass. That's so...
I don't know how many animals have a concept of glass.
Yeah.
Birds? Absolutely not. This is my question about evolution, Scotrick. Birds have had plenty of time. Yeah. Plenty of time.
You think word would have gotten around?
I don't know why... When you're vomiting your food into your baby's mouth, just say, by the way, sometimes you can't fly... Oh, I guess it is difficult to explain to a bird. I hereby issue an apology to all birds. Capybara.
Yeah, who else doesn't know about glass? I mean, glass is surprising because do they know what water is?
Birds?
Yeah, they must.
Yes, they do.
Because they're going down and picking up fish.
But you know what? Well, some birds, but do they know that it's water?
You're fucking blowing my mind,
I mean,
bro.
They just know that's where the food is.
Right.
But in their little pea brains, are they thinking, better go down there to the water, get myself a spot of salmon? Oh, that's bad.
Maybe they don't realize it's water. I mean, they know it's wet, certainly.
Do they?
Well, because they shake it off. Sometimes they're like, oh, I don't like being wet.
Shake it off. Shake it off.
But they know it's different than land, right? Because they know they can't stand on it.
They know it's different from land.
Yeah.
And that's all you really need to know. Any of us, really. The ocean is different from land. Done. Bob's your uncle.
So in any case, Andrew Lloyd Webber, teenage...
You don't have to say my full name, dear boy.
Lord
Call
Webber.
me Lord Webber.
Lord Webber, I beg your indulgence. So they're teenagers...
Indulgence granted.
Thank you very much.
I can deny you nothing, Scotrick. You are my favorite American.
Am I really?
Yes, you are.
Really?
After Pizza Rat. Number 2, not bad.
So
who's your favorite English person?
Wow. Ha. I guess Morrissey.
Still?
Did you say Steele? Because he's famously from Detroit.
What? Why are you confounding me?
The superhero that Shaquille O'Neal played?
Oh, I thought you were saying Morrissey was from Detroit. Wouldn't that be a surprise?
It's just an elaborate ruse he's been playing.
Motor City. I saw the fist of Joe Louis as I walked on the street.
You do a good Morrissey.
Oh, thank you. I like to mock him. He's ridiculous. Tearing his shirt off at the concert. Why would you do that?
He once, I saw him and I was off stage, and he did his number, and he tears his shirt off and he throws it to the crowd, and he walks off stage and he passes me and he gives me this look like, yeah, you know, they like it.
What were you doing there? Were you on next?
Coming to the stage now. You see him at clubs and colleges.
You've seen him on Last Call with Carson Daly when he still had the audience.
So they're teenagers, they're mutants, they're ninjas, they're turtles.
Please, it's giving me whiplash, this return to the topic of the turtles.
Get them involved with the Phantom. Please.
The Sewerverse.
The Sewerverse.
Now, if we expand the Sewerverse, do we also include the giant alligator from the movie Alligator?
Yeah.
Oh, people in the royal box. Fans of the John Sayles penned Alligator.
What about Chuds? Are they involved?
Well, I mean, they'd have to be. The cannibalistic humanoid underground dwellers. They live in the sewer, do they not?
Yeah, so they're there.
What about the Fluke Man from the X-Files? Oh, some deep sewer cuts.
The Morlocks from the X-Men franchise.
All right.
Is there a cutoff in the Sewerverse?
But I mean, now we're getting into books.
So just movies. That's just what you want.
Let's stick to the things that have been represented upon the screen.
Okay, so this is part of, it's like the Dark Universe. Do you remember that?
Oh, terrifying.
That one picture?
What?
That one picture they took? For Vanity Fair?
That's right. And then 5 of the movies did not get made. What was good old Russell Crowe going to be? Dr. Jekyll?
He was Dr. Jekyll. He was Dr. Jekyll in the Mummy movie. He had a tiny part.
What?
He was.
That's very funny.
Yes.
I'm Dr. Jekyll and I. Listen, mate. Don't drink my potions. Yeah, mummy.
I forget why. I saw that movie on a plane. I can't remember why he was involved. But at one point in the movie, he shows up because maybe Tom Cruise injured himself. I can't remember why.
Do you know, it was so... Tom Cruise injured himself off screen, and so Russell Crowe appears as Dr. Jekyll. Hello, folks. Sorry for the delay, but Tom's having a bit of a lie down.
So they just stopped the movie down.
Looks like he's feeling better. All right. Look.
He does Jekyll out in the movie.
He says Jekyll out?
No.
What? Right before he transforms into the hideous Mr. Hyde. Jekyll out!
I'm using it...
I'm having fun with you, Sculptor.
I know, I realize.
I'm having fun with you. We haven't had fun in a while.
We haven't had so much fun.
It's so much fun to have fun with you. You're my friend. You're my friend, Sculptor.
You're my friend. I like you.
Do you know, I like you. I am myself in the teeth with the microphone, and I'm still feeling it.
Ow!
It hurts
Sorry.
quite a bit. What a shock to the system. Anyway, do you know, we've known each other for quite a long time, Scultrick.
Yes, we have.
How far back? The early 20s or so?
The 10s, I believe.
The 2010s?
Yes, I think that's when we first got to know each other.
And now here we are, still friends after all this time.
Can you imagine it? 12 years on.
Tell me about the turtles.
Oh. They wear masks.
What? Why?
Well, they don't want to be...
What do these masks look like? Not half masks.
No. Not left side, right side half masks.
Thank you.
They're striped.
I would have been calling my solicitor.
They're like...
I'll see those turtles in Her Majesty's dock.
They're like bandanas with eye holes cut out.
Are they homemade?
I've never been able to ascertain that.
Well, do they look store-bought? Are they bespoke?
But to answer your question, I believe they wear them because they don't want to be recognized.
By other turtles? Were there other turtle siblings who did not step in the green goo?
That's a good question. No, I think they all did. Yeah, but
that was the entirety of the family.
This is why you're such a great writer and composer, is you ask these questions.
Oh, I like this. Go on.
it opens your mind up to so many questions and so many possibilities
Yes,
of what could happen in the Sewerverse.
I'm good, yes.
And you're also very kind, and you're also very handsome.
Scortrick, this is very nice. I wasn't fishing, but I like what I caught. Shout out to the middle balcony.
I already gave them one.
Shout out to the upper balcony. All right, you four, settle down.
There's so many empty seats down here. Why is so unlucky?
Perhaps they're hiding up there in case a chandelier should drop on the stage.
Christine!
Is that what you think he does?
Yeah, he just yells Christine over and over. I've seen part of it.
Like, you think it's like Streetcar Named Desire? The Phantom walking around in a t-shirt?
That would be really funny. To see the Phantom in a half mask and a wife beater.
They made a movie adaptation of The Phantom of the Opera.
They did, right?
Musical.
With Emmy Rossum, right?
That's right. And do you know who played the Phantom? Gerard Butler. The star of the Various Buildings Have Fallen series.
People love him, from what we can tell.
I can only imagine he's big in Micronesia or somewhere. There's some market where he is a huge box office star.
They keep making movies
Why
with
am I
him.
picking on poor Gerard?
Poor Gerard Butler.
He's fine.
But you were not
I
happy.
wasn't pleased with this casting in the movie The Phantom of the Opera.
Have they ever made a good movie? I mean, obviously, you know, Lord Webber didn't get through his resume or his CV, as they say. But one musical that you did write, which a movie came out recently, was Cats.
Yes, I was rather hoping to avoid that. Thank you for your ironic applause. I'm not stupid.
Were you, I don't know that we've caught up since that movie came out. I remember we talked to you before it came out, and you had shrunk yourself down to the size of a cat.
That's correct.
Which now you're full size. I was so glad to see that.
Yes. I am no longer Halloween sized.
Fun sized.
Fun size. It is a fun size.
It is. Smaller than a regular candy bar? How fun.
It's fun.
Yeah. How fun to be a kid and get something smaller than what you really want.
Do you know, I suppose the size itself is fun, but that's it. Nothing else is really fun about it.
No. But I guess, I mean, it is a way to make sure that your children don't have so much candy on Halloween night.
Well, I don't care.
Do you have children? I
don't think so.
I haven't read about them.
I haven't either.
But Cats, you're full size now. It came out. It was not a success.
No, it wasn't. And do you know why?
Why?
Because they took out the anuses. Now, when I saw a rough cut of this film, I said, it's working, fellows, it's working. The director said, do you know, we're finding the anuses very distracting. And I said, if you take out those anuses, this film will be box office poison. And I dare say history has proven me to be correct.
Roughly how many anuses were originally in the film?
All of them.
Every anus of every human being?
No, of every cat.
Oh, every cat on screen.
Did you accidentally see the movie Human Beings?
Actually, that has a lot of broad box office appeal. When you think about it.
I like this idea now. So I sort of take the cat's template and make it about human beings.
Yes.
And so human beings come out one by one and they say, I'm this type of human being.
Right. They wander around in the audience.
Yes. I work at the theater as a human being. I work on the train. I'm a person.
I'm an electrician.
No bad ideas, but...
But I have to imagine, here's the problem with cats.
Oh, do tell me.
Forgive me, I know you must have heard this, but cats don't buy tickets to movies.
This is another thing that I suggested. I said, if you're going to take out those anuses, you must, at the very least, sell tickets to cats. If you see a cat walking by the theater, entice it to the box office. See if it has any money upon its person. If it does, take it. Throw the cat in the theater.
Now that I'm thinking about it, though, like a movie called Tuna Fish might actually get more cats to...
It would get more cats, yes. But you cannot sustain a film on cats alone. I also thought, sell tickets to dogs. They'll love it. They'll go mad. Barking at the screen. Can you imagine the racket?
Oh, man. Now I want to see this.
A theater full of dogs watching cats. Just going off their heads.
Oh.
Shredding the screen with their paws. Bottom of the screen looks like a hula skirt.
But a movie called Human Beings, then you have like every human being is like, oh, I got to check this out.
Yes. And include their anuses.
Yes. Human beings, parentheses, and their anuses.
Do you know, it's nice. We have the luxury as human beings to have our anuses hidden. And we may display them when we choose.
It's always funny to me when you see like movies with cavemen and they've chosen to cover their anuses.
What do you mean they've chosen? What?
But you know, like the movie Caveman with Ringo Starr and Clan of the Cave Bear and all that.
Certainly.
Not a fan of Ringo Starr?
I know that they exist. I'm not a fan of cavemen.
What do you have against cavemen?
Oh, they're terrible drawings. It's the worst woolly mammoth I've ever seen. What's he doing? He's chucking a spear? Maybe put the head of the spear on it, not just a line. Cavemen. Idiots.
Idiots.
They're not around anymore.
With good reason.
When people were doing that paleo diet, and they're saying, let's eat what the cavemen ate. Why? I don't... Terrible example.
I guess because cavemen were traditionally skinny? I don't know. Were there fat cavemen?
There was one. We don't know his name, but we've seen him in pictures.
Instead of a stick figure, he's the only one they drew round.
Big circle, little circle on top.
All the other stick figures laughing.
Well, they were jealous.
They should have been jealous. That's the thing. Like, he had enough food.
I'm saying they were jealous.
I'm saying they should have been.
And I'm saying they were. We are at an impasse.
So, in any case, Cats came out, didn't do good.
It didn't do well. But it also didn't do good.
And people now think that Cats, which was a hugely popular Broadway show, ran for decades.
Yes.
Now they think it's something to be laughed at.
What? Is this true?
Yeah. People are laughing at the movie and they think that Cats in general just is terrible.
People are laughing at the movie and then they extend their mockery to the stage production?
I think it's just kind of shown them that the Emperor has no clothes when it comes to cats.
What did you say to me?
Andrew Lloyd Webber,
I'm reaching for my glove.
Please don't take out your glove, Andrew Lloyd Webber.
I'm taking my glove out.
Please don't slap me in the face with that glove.
I'm reaching to slap you in the face.
Please, I beg of you, don't slap me in the face with that glove.
What do you say?
I'm so sorry, Andrew Lloyd Webber. I'm
What do
so
you say
sorry.
about the Emperor and his clothes?
The Emperor who had no clothes, he was just some other dumb shit. It's not you. Thank you for putting the glove away.
Well, know that it's always there.
You're like Michael Jackson in that respect. You always have one glove. In what other ways are you like Michael Jackson?
I'm about to drug myself to sleep to end this conversation.
He's on Broadway now. MJ, the musical.
I don't wish to discuss this.
Okay. Moving on.
Did you finish telling me about the turtles?
I think so. I just think they should meet the Phantom because they have a very similar skill set.
How do they put the masks on?
I think they put them on each other. That's what I imagine.
How do they do that?
They have opposable thumbs now. Is that what you're asking?
What?
Yes.
You never mentioned this.
I'm so sorry. That was one of their mutations. They can talk. They're life-size. They have opposable thumbs.
They're life-sized?
The life of a human.
Wait. Do they stand upright?
They stand up. Oh, did I not mention that?
No.
They stand erect. They are on 2 feet, and they jump around like House of Pain once instructed us all to do.
Doesn't that leave them exposed?
Their tummies?
Yes. Well, the vital organs are stored.
Yeah, now that I think about it, yeah.
So it's better to crawl around,
It probably would have been.
hide under the shell.
But you know, they have defenses now. They all carry weapons. Did I mention that?
No.
One has a sword. The others have other stuff.
Well, somebody's got a baseball bat. Someone hurriedly picked up something heavy from the living room
Someone has a plank of wood from a construction site.
with a nail in it. One has pepper spray. One's just got his keys in between his fingers. Well, I appreciate the pitch, but I don't think this is ever going to take off, Scottrick.
I think the Turtles are more popular than the Phantom these days. Don't you take your glove out.
I'm reaching for my glove.
Hee hee.
Now you've ruined my dueling glove for me.
So sorry. You used to love that dueling glove. I'm so sorry.
I did. Until your little hee. Now it's forever tainted.
Well, I'm sorry about cats. I'm sorry that we can't put a deal together for the Phantom and the Turtles.
We can still work on the expanded Sewerverse.
You just don't want the Turtles to be part of it? I mean,
Yes, I appreciate that you have an idea. I don't know how you thought of these turtles, but I don't think there's any reason to include them with the established characters.
So you're thinking Jean Valjean and the Phantom. Those are the only... and Chuds.
Chuds, of course. Alligator from the movie Alligator.
But are they fighting each other? Are the Chuds and the alligators fighting?
No, they're a league of extraordinary sewer dwellers.
Okay, this is good. And who do they fight? They fight surface dwellers.
Anybody up top, they hate them.
Do they hate people on the ground the most or people who fly?
Got to be people who fly.
Yeah.
They're the opposite of the sewer. Anyone in a hot air balloon.
Or what about astronauts? Like, I'd love to see them fight Neil Armstrong.
I mean, there's more recent astronauts.
Like who?
Buzz Aldrin.
Okay. I'll give you one Buzz Aldrin. So them fighting Buzz Aldrin and maybe Sully Sullenberger.
I like it.
Get the goose involved.
Amelia Earhart returns.
Yes. The Aviator.
Phileas Fogg.
Jackie Chan from Around the World in 80 Days.
What was the character's name?
Oh boy, I don't know. What was...
Passepartout.
What?
Passepartout.
Passport 2?
That's very close.
Say it one more time.
Passepartout.
Passport 2? Passport...
Face off.
I've never thought about it, but he's doing the Phantom thing when he says face off.
He is.
Face off. You gotta sue this motherfucker.
I love lawsuits. You know, I'm very litigious.
What'd you say?
Do you need to plug into that thing?
I don't know. If I could jack myself into this somehow. It's very muddy and echoey.
Have you ever been jacked in?
Strange days.
Maybe I should get closer to you again.
Oh, I see. We're going to Dangerous Minds it. Let's rap.
You love to rap, don't you?
I love it.
It's fun, isn't it?
It is fun to rap.
In an old school way.
My name is Andrew, and I'm here to say it's fun to rap in an old school way.
So, no cats, no boats, no motor cars.
It's as simple as could be. Now,
what are you doing here in San Antonio? Do you mind me asking?
I suppose I don't. I suppose I could tell you.
I'm all ears. I'm a willing and receptive audience.
Well, I knew you were going to be here. So I thought I'd come and crash the show. Because I missed you, Scottrick. Please don't be maudlin.
That's so nice, Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Well, I'm nice. I'm a nice guy.
You are a nice guy. I haven't seen you since the just debilitating failure of your movie.
Stop it. Stop it.
I've been wondering how you've been. I've been worried about you. I really have.
Have you?
I have.
What did you think I was doing?
I mean, I wouldn't put it past you to be just one step away from ending it all. I mean, that movie just was an embarrassment.
I mean, I'm still rich.
But are riches worth it if you don't have the respect of the audience and your
Yes.
peers? Oh, okay. It's good to know.
I'm a baron. Do you understand? I have multiple properties. I sleep in an ermine cape.
What? An urban cape?
An ermine
ermine.
cape. Now you couldn't be closer to me. You can see my lips moving. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
Speaking of Jackie Chan. You a fan of the Rush Hour franchise?
Love it. Love it.
An ermine cape. God, that's the dream. To cough at a moment of silence?
When people cough in the theater, it boils my blue blood.
When you saw Patti LuPone yell at that person, what show was it?
I cheered. I stood up and cheered. Yes, Patty. Drag him, I cried. Drag his ass.
What was she yelling about? He wasn't wearing a mask? Was that what it was?
He wasn't wearing a mask. And then a woman, it was a woman that she was yelling at.
Oh, okay.
And the woman said, I pay your salary.
Ooh.
Yes. That only works with policemen. But it works a treat. Oh, they can't say anything to that.
I went to a meeting in Hollywood with like a really rich producer, and he came in an hour late, and he said, "Oh, I'm so sorry, but I got a speeding ticket on the way here." Can you believe it? I showed him my ID To show him, like, oh yeah, I live in Malibu. I'm a taxpayer. I pay your salary. And he gave me a ticket anyway.
That's odd. Why did the policeman do that?
I don't know.
Some people don't want to hear simple logic.
Well, and Lord Weber.
Thank God.
It's always great to see you. I wish you much success with whatever your next project is. I hope it's the Sewerverse. I would love to see Jean Valjean.
We need to talk more about the Sewerverse.
We do.
Not right now, but the next time we meet, let's expand the Sewerverse.
Yes. Do we create characters? Do we just find other ones?
We create one original character for merchandising purposes.
Sure. What something kids would? No, you don't like writing for kids.
I like taking their money, though.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Do you think BB-8 would live in the sewer? Okay. Baby Yoda.
Grogu.
What?
Oh, I'm sorry. Have you not caught up on The Mandalorian?
I haven't.
His name is Grogu.
Baby Yoda's name is Grogu?
And he lives on the 7th floor.
Yes, I think I've seen him before.
No, his name is Grogu, not Baby Yoda.
Baby Yoda has a name.
He has a name. Everyone has a name.
Everyone
has a name.
Isn't that nice?
That's so nice. You think everyone just slipped through without one?
I'm really tripping out on that. Just someone who never had a name.
Because I can imagine, like, someone goes 2 years and someone goes, hey, what's your name? And you go, oh, I don't have one. And they go, oh, no, you're Jim, or whatever.
Well, that's not how it works. You either you're assigned a name at birth, and then you can change it whenever you like, or you just don't have one.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, someone just, like...
But I mean, a stranger can't say you're Jim. That's against the rules, dear boy. Why are you staring at me?
You're Jim.
What? No. Take it back.
You're Jim now.
No, I don't want to be Jim.
Yes, you're Jim. Jim Weber.
No! I don't want to be Jim Weber. Oh, what will become of Jim Weber?
Wake up, Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Oh, Scott, I had the most terrible dream.
Well, what was happening?
I dreamed my name was Jim. I almost threw up in my sleep.
Oh. No. We've just been sitting here in silence for the past 10 minutes.
Thank God. I thought it just felt that way.
Andrew Lloyd Webber, everyone. Giddy up.
Yeehaw! I'm like one of the American cowboys. Like David Crockett and his Bowie knife.
Who's next here?
There's only 4 of us on the show.
Lord Webber, you write music, do you not?
Indeed I do. It is my bread and my butter.
Well, we have a musician on the show.
How exciting!
Maybe we can get a collab going.
Is it Richie Havens?
Richie Havens.
Is it Jimmy Cliff?
No, neither of them. But
is it Johnny Clegg?
Are you just going to name anyone?
These are all musicians, dear boy.
They're all musicians, but not this musician.
Is it Lulu?
Lulu.
The schoolgirl days.
Remember the Honeymooners rap? Lulu.
I don't.
Joe Piscopo and Eddie Murphy?
Oh, certainly. Now I recall it fondly.
Well, our next guest coming to the stage is a musician of note. Major multi-platinum artist.
Oh, my word. I'm already out here.
He wrote a little song in around, I want to say, 1999 called The Thong Song. Please welcome Sisqo!
Hello, Sisqo.
Sisqo!
Oh, Scotty. I can't tell you. It's been so stressful. Oh, my God. How are y'all doing?
We're doing really well.
Fine,
Yeah, we had
Sisqo, yes.
Yeah.
Why are you so stressed?
Yeah, what's going on? Stressful.
So, I'm not supposed to be here in San Antoine. I'm not supposed to be in San Antoine. I'm supposed to be elsewhere. Anywhere else.
This is the one place you're not supposed to be?
I'm not supposed to be here. I'm scared. I'm looking out here. I'm seeing people. There's probably enemies everywhere. I'm not allowed in San Antoine.
What happened to you in San Antoine? Why is this the one place in the world?
It happened years ago, okay?
Okay. Much like a lot of what has happened to
Yes. So this happened years ago, not recent. I fly into San Antoine. They lose my luggage.
Oh, dear.
Has this happened to you before, Andrew?
Oh, yes, they lost one of my steamer trunks when I was making a crossing.
The crossing?
Yes, I made a crossing across the Atlantic to the United States.
You know, did you do that on a ship?
What's that?
Was that on a ship?
It was on a ship. It was on the Queen Mary.
The Queen Mary?
Yes.
Which is now docked in Long Beach, California.
That's correct.
You were on that ship.
Yes, I was.
You know it's haunted.
I didn't realize people knew about that.
Oh, yes. Everyone knows about that.
Did you see ghosts on the Queen Mary when you were there, Andrew?
Yes, I did. I saw the ghost of Queen Mary herself.
Queen Mary herself?
Bloody Mary.
Bloody Mary. She was covered in tomato juice.
Yes. She'd been skunked.
She had a big old piece of celery coming out of her nose. Peppers on a toothpick.
2 bits.
Maybe bacon wrapped. Oh, I saw the ghost before too.
Who'd you see, Sisqo?
I've seen a ghost. I saw the ghost. You won't believe this. Scott, if I told you, you wouldn't believe it.
Well, you gotta tell me now, even if I believe it or not.
I'm not gonna embarrass myself because you won't believe it.
No, please tell me, Sisqo. Please, don't make me beg,
Please,
Sisqo.
Sisqo, tell Scotrick the ghost you saw.
I saw the ghost of Richard Nixon.
Oh, President Richard M. Nixon.
President Richard M. Nixon. I saw him today.
Today?
Yes. Yes, I walked to the LDALW and I saw Richard Nixon. He said, Sisqo. I said, yeah! Richie!
The former president spoke to you.
He spoke to me.
Recognized you.
He said, what are you doing here at the LDALW, Sisqo? I told you never to come back to St. Antoine.
What?
He's the one who told you?
You'd encountered him before.
So this is your second Richard Nixon sighting.
Yes, because the first one was him. He's the reason why my luggage was lost. So I have something to tell you all. And this does not leave St. Antoine. It's a secret. Don't tell anyone. Sisqo is not my real name.
What?
My real name is Richard M. Nixon.
What? What a turn-up.
Are you a descendant of the president, Richard?
Not in the slightest. Not in the least.
So this is why...
His name, Richard Milhouse Nixon.
Right.
My name, Richard Milhouse's dad, Nixon.
Richard Milhouse's dad, Nixon.
Yes.
Like Milhouse's dad from The Simpsons?
Never heard of it. I've never heard of it. Scotty. Andy. San Ante. All right.
So they lost your luggage.
Richard Nixon was working at the airport in TSA.
What?
He saw? I told you wouldn't believe it. See, now I feel insane.
Now,
I told you wouldn't believe
wait,
it.
do you mean the ghost of Richard M. Nixon was working at TSA?
It was before he died. I told you this happened years ago.
Right, so before he died, but after the creation of TSA. It's a very slim pocket
Right.
of time, I think.
What year did Richard Nixon die?
90-something?
97? Someone Google it.
Someone Google it.
I'll Google.
Oh,
I'll
Scott
give,
Rick will Google
I'll give
it.
it a quick
Someone
Goog.
Bing it.
Here we go. Look it up. That's Scotty. Look it up. Scotty, look it up. Richard Nixon, I am proud to announce, died in 1994.
1994.
No. Hey, goodbye, Richard M. Nixon. No. Hey, goodbye.
The TSA was formed.
In 1994. Next thought. Now, we have to move on, Scott. We don't have much time.
We don't have
I'm
much
not
time. Okay,
supposed
let's move
to
on.
be here.
Okay, so
In his last days, he was going through some hard financial times because of, Watergate.
sure.
Yes. Cost him a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yes.
That cost the civil case.
Yes.
The civil suit cost him a lot of money, Andrew Lloyd Webber. And so he was going through hard times. He found this position.
Yes. His lawyers accidentally turned over Richard Nixon's entire laptop.
Now you have to understand something. TSA wasn't what we knew it then.
Sure, this is pre-TSA.
Yes, things have happened
Yes.
between now and then
Sure.
that changed the TSA.
Yeah.
And so back then, TSA agents loaded bags onto planes.
That was what they were there to do.
I knew you wouldn't believe it. I don't know why. I went into this story. I knew you wouldn't believe it. You're gaslighting me, Scotty D. You're gaslighting me.
Scott Rick, don't gaslight Sisqo.
I would never gaslight Sisqo. Sure, I don't believe it.
Don't gaslight Sisqo. Start at St. Antoine. Now, where was I?
Richard Nixon was
Yes.
loading bags onto
Loaded
planes.
bags. He saw a bag with the name Richard M. Nixon on it. He was upset that somebody had the same name as him. He threw the bag across the tarmac
In a fit of pique.
in a fit of pique. A fit of pique.
Maybe sit by the monitor.
I think that the issue is there should be one here
Right
as
here.
well.
Can you two please repeat everything we say so we can hear each other, because it is hard to hear. In a fit of pique.
P-I-Q-U-E.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Yes, pique.
Pique.
Of course.
Peak!
Do it again.
Peak!
Stretch it out.
Peak!
Yeah. Yes. In a fit of pique. He threw my luggage across the tarmac. All of my underwear strewn about as an America West flight flew over it, blew them into the nether regions. Not the nether regions they should be in. Up my asshole.
What type of undergarments were these, Sisqo?
They were thongs.
So, you don't just sing about them, you're a customer as well.
I don't just sing about thongs. I live thongs, Scotty D.
And so, because of Richard Nixon's fit of pique.
Yes. And I knew someone had taken my underwear.
In what?
I knew someone had taken it. That is why every woman I walked by, I said, "Let me see that thong."
This is how the
wasn't
song-
for sex. It was to see if she was wearing my stolen underwear.
Vindication at last.
I have an idea.
I told you wouldn't believe it.
I have an idea. Why don't we switch seats?
Okay.
Interesting.
Now, why do we do this?
That way we can both see you.
Oh,
And you can see us.
And I can hear you better, too.
Right. And you're not going back and forth.
Please
like
continue to tell us what we're saying.
Scotrick, can you hear me?
What?
Sisqo, are you reading me?
I am reading you loud and clear.
Over and out, Sisqo.
I did not understand that.
Capybara.
So, Sisqo, that is an exciting glimpse behind the music of how one of this and any generation's incredible pop hits came to be.
I've been trying to sell my story to VH1's Behind the Music for years. They won't do it. Maybe because the show doesn't air anymore.
That can't be it.
I'm like, this is the story you bring it back with.
Who have you been reaching out to? Behind the Music at behindthemusic.com?
Info at behindthemusic.com. I've been emailing info at behindthemusic.com. I've been calling every person in the Yellow Pages named Vernon Hill the first.
What if you tried webmaster at behindthemusic.com?
Who?
Webmaster.
Webmaster.
Webmaster. I gotta sit closer to this thing.
Okay.
Webmaster.
We'll get closer to this one. Here, let's move back.
I'm fine. You may sit near whatever sound conveyance you need to sit near, but I'm fine.
I'm sorry, y'all.
I do not apologize.
Anyway, that all happened right here in San Antoine.
That happened here.
It happened here.
Back in 1993 or so?
94.
So just before the former president and
He was a
current
very
baggage handler died.
He was a very old man. I'm surprised his fit of peak was as peakish as it was. So I have come here today to implore everyone in this audience to show me their underwear. To make sure that none of you are wearing my underwear. It's not weird. It's not sexual.
Well, I mean, normally I would say it's not that kind of a show, but I think we'll make an exception in this case. Everyone stand up and show Sisqo your underwear.
Don't do it just yet.
See those thongs.
I like the way the beat goes. Ba-da-da-da.
That I didn't get.
That was the sound of the wheels on the tarmac. When the plane was landing, they go ba-da-da-da.
Ba-da-da-da.
So you took this entire experience and you turned it into music.
Yes. The wheels on the plane go ba-da-da-da.
I mean, you both write music.
Yes.
You have such a lot in common. Mm-hmm. I gotta ask, I mean, should we bring Sisqo in on this Sewerverse idea, or?
Sisqo,
Yes.
what do you
Please
know?
call me Richard Milhouse's dad Nixon.
Richard
We're
Milhouse's dad
friends
Nixon.
now.
What famous creatures can you think of that live in the sewers?
Let me think. New York's mole people.
Forgot about that.
Sewers. Let me think. The Ninja Turtles.
This is what I'm saying,
All
Lord
right.
Weber.
I'm convinced.
They're popular.
I was skeptical about the Ninja Turtles, but I see that people know who they are.
Yes, I know who the Ninja Turtles are. There's Donatello, Mozzarella, Montebello, Annette Funicello. And Master Splinter.
We gotta get him in on this. We gotta get a collabo going between the two of you. I mean, you write sort of different types of songs, but your differences could make you great. I mean, put what you do together. You know, like here's an idea. Why don't you start singing the type of thing that you would normally write?
All right.
Mm-hmm.
And then Sisqo, you add to it.
Okay.
We'll see and maybe you're singing about the turtles.
I'm sorry?
The turtles.
You'd like us to sing about the turtles?
Sure.
Four brothers were we, strolling along through the sewer.
Da-da-da-da, 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 da-da-da-da.
A line of green goo, it couldn't have looked any newer.
Da-da-da-da.
We all stepped right in, and then we shared a brief grin when we realized our lives had changed.
Da-da-da-da.
Because from now on, everything was not the same.
Baby! Those shells!
I think this is working.
This is really
Are you
good.
feeling what I'm feeling?
I think this is it.
This is electric.
Could I try a verse too?
Please.
Ooh, that shell so scandalous. 'Cause you know another turtle couldn't handle it.
Oh,
'Cause she hiding that head like ooh the hish.
ooh,
With a look in her eyes so devilish.
ah,
She like to eat on the lettuce. Moving so slow, I'm jealous. We in the sewer. And we were living la vida loca. We have to keep that.
We have to keep that, yes. No argument. No
Yes.
argument.
That is unmovable.
No argument.
Non-negotiable.
And let me just say, that line has caused me no financial strife. None whatsoever.
Wow, that was incredible.
Absolutely spectacular, chaps. Scotrick, thank you for linking us together.
I'm glad I could broker that. That was...
I've never felt more connected to two friends.
No, Sisqo, have I?
Richard Milhouse Nixon's dad.
What is the billing going to be? Who's
Obviously, it's going to be Lord Andrew Lloyd Webber and Sisqo present.
How do you feel about that, Sisqo?
That's fine with me.
Thank you.
It goes in alphabetical order.
Exactly.
But his last name is Weber.
And my first name is Dragon. Sisqo is a symbol. It's a dragon.
Hang on. It's a dragon?
It's a dragon.
In what way?
I can unleash him.
No, I mean, how is Sisqo a dragon? It's a symbol, you say? Sisquo?
If I told you the story, you wouldn't believe it.
Sisqo, please tell us the story.
Please tell us the story,
You
Sisqo.
would not believe it.
Tell us the story.
You
Please tell
would
us the story,
not
Sisqo.
believe
We love begging of you.
Please
Tell us
tell
the story.
You wouldn't believe it. I can't tell this story in San Antoine.
Maybe
Because
he's
he-
right, Scotrick.
Maybe we should just give up.
He seems very adamant.
It involves this city. Come back.
What?
Don't walk to the other theater. There are even less people there. So y'all know it's hot here.
Famously so. Only mad dogs and Englishmen go to San Antoine.
Well, I was distraught after my luggage was strewn about the tarmac
Deservedly so.
at David Robinson International Airport. Shut up. It's a heartfelt story. I walked from the airport to the LDALW. This is before I saw Richard Nixon there. Just Milhouse. I'm distraught. Yeah. I can't afford water. All of my cash was in the thongs. It's an easier way to travel. One bag. It was 1994.
How much cash can a thong contain?
$6 each. 1 5 and 1 1.
So conceivably, as much as $200.
The fibers, the threads are different.
Oh, okay.
You know, cash, American cash contains cocaine.
I did not know
You didn't know this?
Where?
In the fibers.
In the actual it has cocaine in it?
Yes.
Really?
Google it.
Look it up, Scotty, look it up. 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 Look it up, Scott.
Okay. I'm looking up, does money have cocaine in it? Am I going to be allowed to get on a plane?
Anything's allowed at David Robinson International. DRI is the call name.
They're just happy anyone's coming here.
Yeah.
Because it's a wonderful town.
Everyone comes for the Alamo.
Bit extreme, this fellow, with a double bird for the poor airport. This isn't Thomas the Tank Engine, dear boy. The airport has no personality of its own.
Okay. Most banknotes have traces of cocaine on them.
I told you. You wouldn't believe me if I told you.
Out of every 4, an average of more than 3 have cocaine on them.
Out of every 4, an average of more than 3. What's 1 more than 3?
Now, the follow-up, what percentage of money has feces on it?
5 out of every 4.
I'm proud to announce 94%.
Just American currency or
All money.
currency?
All currency.
Oh, dear.
Follow up. Why is money so dirty? Paper money can reportedly carry more germs than a household toilet.
I mean, sure, why not?
Very proud of that. You're right, Sisqo, you're right. There is cocaine on money.
Yes. And the higher the bill, the more concentration of cocaine, it eats away at the crotch of the thumb.
I hope that some of the feces on the money came from Her Majesty the Queen.
Perhaps. I have been on that boat. It's full of shit. Now.
Yeah, are you done with your thong story?
Yes, because I don't remember where I was.
You were upset, you went down to the somewhere.
Thank you so much. Who was that? That child right there?
How old are you? How old are you, child? She's what?
She said 8, you said 16? What?
8. All right, let's keep it that way.
What does that mean?
I don't want a teenager to be in here.
Oh, okay.
The memory of a goldfish.
You're either 8 or above 21.
Exactly.
That's what Sisqo's always said.
That's right.
Doo-dah,
Easy.
doo-dah.
Sisqo ain't never said that. No! Scotty! No!
Is your story done?
Yes, it's done. I can't talk more about it. The state troopers are coming.
All right. Well, Sisqo.
Dragon.
Oh, okay.
Yes. The symbol.
How my name is Dragon. A man at the Louis Tussauds Wax Museum.
Louis Tussauds.
It's across the street from the Alamo. Louis Tussauds. Side note, I texted my friend today who worked at Madame Tussauds to ask if that was an issue. And he was like, we've been beefing with them for years. A worker at Louis Tussauds gave me the name Dragon.
Really?
Said, spell it. He said, SISQ0.
Oh, zero.
Is
It's
that
a
a
Z
zero?
at the end.
Oh.
Dragon.
I thought it was an O, but it's a 0. So that's good for passwords, I would imagine.
All passwords to all my emails are SISQ0 exclamation point. Dragon. Excited. Exclaimed.
But it's a symbol. It's not a word that means dragon.
It's a symbol. It's like Prince's symbol.
But it's written out.
Yeah.
QZ.
But it's all a symbol that forms. If you turn it sideways and put some lemon juice on it.
Hold it up to a light bulb.
Yeah. You'll see that it's a dragon. And I'm about to unleash him.
No, Sisqo. Please don't unleash the dragon.
People have said that to me in the past.
And what happened?
I didn't do it. I'm polite.
You're a polite young man, Sisqo. We love that about
Sisqo.
you. Well, Sisqo, anything on the horizon for you? Anything coming up, or probably not?
What's next for Sisqo?
I'm proud to announce I will be starting my tour right here in St. Antoine at the Louis Tussauds on the second floor next to the world's tallest man. I expect all of you to be there. Please bring cash. Make sure it's sweaty.
Filled with cocaine and feces?
Yes. The age restrictions are 8 and 21 and up.
All right, Sisqo, everyone! Well, we have a very exciting guest coming to the stage right now. When I say that, I don't know that I'm telling the truth. But he's been on the show before. He's in marketing. I mentioned marketing before. Please welcome to the show, Seth Berkowitz.
Hey, Scott, Andrew, Sisqo, Dragon, Rich Milhouse, his dad, Nixon. Oh, nice. Hey, how you doing?
What's up?
How you doing?
How you doing? Doing great. Richard, no, he's Richard. Seth Berkowitz, sit down.
All right.
Should we sit down? Are you okay?
Well, no, I just didn't know that that was going to be the first question is all.
There we go. Yeah, that's where we want you.
Okay, fantastic. Very good then.
We're going back.
Very good.
COVID safety, COVID safety.
This is fantastic.
This is better.
The show
Okay.
must go on.
Yes, of course.
The show must go on.
Has to go on.
I
yes.
hope so.
And we want you to be a part of it. Please sit down.
All right, I am.
Is that a fanny pack attached to your pocket?
Yeah.
To your belt loop?
Yeah, well, you want to show off the fanny. And there's always a worry if you wear the fanny pack on the front, everyone's going, he's just doing that because he pissed his pants a little. So if you put it on your belt buckle, everyone knows, this guy's clean.
The 8-year-old, as soon as pissed your pants came up, is leaving.
That's understandable. My mother took me to Boogie Nights when I was 12.
What? Did you make it all the way to the penis?
I sat through the whole movie pretending to be asleep underneath the jacket she had taken off. And Boogie Nights, as offensive to a 12-year-old as you might think it is to watch, hearing it is also very disturbing while hiding underneath your mommy's jacket.
You were 12 and you called it your mommy's jacket?
She's always your mommy, Scott.
Okay. What did she think it was about?
Boogie Nights?
Yeah.
I have no idea. Boogieing and probably in the evening.
Sure, 6 p.m. to roughly about 5:30 a.m.?
Yeah, I mean, she had loved Hard Eight. She was a huge fan of Hard Eight, Paul Thomas Anderson's first movie.
Sure.
She liked the drama, so she wanted to see another.
Okay.
Yeah.
This all makes sense.
How much did you enjoy Hard Eight?
Hard Eight?
I presume you saw that with your mother as well.
I understood it more because it's a very direct guy meets this guy teaches a guy how to be a good guy finds out the guy that's teaching him is his dad at the very end of the movie.
Right.
And I've spoiled Hard Eight for everybody.
And under which garment did you watch it?
How much what?
Under which garment did you watch it?
How much bitch comments?
I'm going to stop talking to you.
Under how much garment did you watch it?
Under which garment did I watch?
You move over there.
Baby! I could tell by the hat.
What's that?
We'll talk about it later.
Seth, remind us about your details.
Scott.
Yeah.
Andrew. Sisk. I am a public relations man. My name is Seth Berkowitz. No relation to David Berkowitz, the son of Sam. We don't have to talk about it. I have done public relations for MoviePass, Zoom, very short-lived jobs that I had, and now I'm brand new. I'm on a brand new kick.
Okay.
So I'm excited to be here, and I'm excited to plug it. I'm doing PR for America. We're back, baby.
America the country.
America the beautiful.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yes, America the country has hired me to do PR, because I don't know if you know this, but America's PR has been down in the dumps.
Yeah, I mean, this country is what, 200 and almost 50 years old at this point.
Wow. Doesn't look a day over 30.
So what is your job? What is your job? What are you supposed to do?
I got to figure out how to get America back into the positive public eye for everybody. I got to figure out what it is about America that we still love. Capitalism. Okay, see, I understand that. Someone screamed no when I said capitalism. And yet, what did the person buy their clothes with? Money. And where did they buy those clothes? At a business? And in what country? Capitalism is not the answer to that. And this is...
Common misconception. Some people think they live in capitalism.
Yes.
This is America.
Well, I mean, it was actually discovered by Capitulo Vespucci.
The inventor of the radio.
Which your songs have been on.
My songs have been...
Sorry, your song has been on.
Squeeze me, Scotty. I have more than one song, thank you.
What's your other one?
Unleash the Dragon. He likes it.
It's hard enough to hear. Now we're just shouting random stuff at us?
It's funny that for the small amount of people that are here, they sure are yelling out a lot.
I I welcome it. When I do any presentation, I say, yell out at me, interrupt me, tell me if I've misspoken, stop my train of thought. That way I know if I'm where we are as a people, you know. Everything is a conversation. Even if you're talking at somebody, it's still a conversation because they're listening. You know what I mean? Big applause for mommy out there. Thank you. And so I am coming back and I am saying, first of all, again, Seth Berkowitz, no relation to David Berkowitz, the son of Sam Killer. We don't even have to talk about it. There's no reason you should trust me more or less based on who my last name is the same last name as. Can we understand that?
Now, you say no relation, but isn't he your brother?
Well, by blood, yes. But Scott, I mean, we barely hung out, you know. No, we're barely brothers, you know.
Sure, but you have the same mother and father?
By marriage.
Right. And how many years apart are you?
How many years is Bart? I think 10. I think Bart's 10, Lisa's 8.
Dan's 10, looks 3.
What are you referring to?
Oh, the Simpsons.
He's never seen The Simpsons before.
Oh, Sisqo!
Please, we're all friends. Call me Richard Milhouse's dad, Nixon.
Richard Kurt Nixon?
No, I don't know who that is.
Kurt Van Houten!
That doesn't ring a bell to me. Please continue your story.
No.
No, you won't continue your story?
What's that? Yes, so I am here to tell everybody America is back, baby. I mean, look at everything we've done. The news just came out this week that we're not in a recession. So don't look at your rent. It doesn't matter. We're not in a recession.
It's good news.
It's great news, all right? And this is the language we need to be using with people, you know? The country is, yes, keep yelling. The country's back, and I am excited to promote this beautiful country. America is it.
Da-da.
So how are you doing it? Are you doing commercials? Are you doing print ads? What do you...
Whoa, great ideas. Yes.
Okay, I can't be the first. This is your job. You should be thinking of this kind of stuff.
Hang on 1 second here.
Hey, let me out there, bro.
This guy wants to come on stage. Here we go.
He's wearing one of my thongs. I know it when I see it. It may have been 28 years or so.
No. This thong was given to me in 1994 by Kevin Johnson outside of America and West Airlines.
Kevin Johnson, the Phoenix Sun?
Yeah.
Now mayor of Sacramento?
The plot thickens.
We'll talk about it later.
Hey, brother, I love what you do. Let's go.
This guy.
Now,
It's not good.
let me write this idea down. But keep going. So,
Wait,
commercials.
I keep going?
Commercials, yes. What I'm doing is I am jumping in on comedy tours that are in whatever city I'm in. So, and I'm just notifying people in the crowd. I'm asking for a little bit of time on the tour, and that's what I'm doing here.
So you're waiting for comedy tours to be where you are,
Yes.
and then trying to get on them.
Yes, I missed Sinbad by 3 days at Morongo last week. But I think that would have been a great audience to sell to.
And then when you get on the tour, you seem to collect ideas from the people.
Coincidentally. I mean, I'm here to sell America, but if someone gives me a good idea, I'll take it.
All right.
I'll take a good idea.
Okay, so you want ideas from us? Is that what you're doing, or
No, I mean, if you got a good idea, I'll take it. Whatever you.
what are
think we
you
can do
doing
to
right now? You brought out your book.
I'm writing down commercials and whatever else you said.
This feels like we're on an episode of Dragon Tank.
Do you mean Dragon's Den, as it is known in the United Kingdom?
Do they not have sharks there? Is that why?
No, the Queen forbids it.
Really?
No fish have teeth in England.
Do they pull them or they're bred that way?
They're bred that way, and Her Majesty's Navy patrols the seas around England to make sure that any betoothed fish must turn away. Except in Ireland, that's fine.
It's why Dunkirk wasn't that scary to me, because I knew they were never going to come across a shark.
How did you know that?
Because there's no sharks around England, isn't
How
that
did you know
said?
that?
You just said it to me.
Oh, and you just saw Dunkirk.
I have a time machine. In the moment you said that, I left, watched
What?
Dunkirk, and came back.
This is huge news.
Why aren't you leading with this? The whole America bullshit.
Because if I bring up the time machine, everyone says, then why don't you kill your brother before he becomes the son of Sand Killer?
Yes!
I don't want to get into it. You can't kill your brother. He's blood, no relation.
You could... I mean, you could try to talk him out of it.
Oh, who's he going to listen to, me or the dog on the roof of his building?
It's a good point.
Touche.
That's the thing, is that when you mention a time machine, I probably have to go back in time and say that I don't have a time machine. Because when you mention it, everyone wants you to do good deeds. And there's millions of good deeds you could do. Some people are just like, hey, can you go and tell me that I should have talked to my mom more because I didn't know I was going to lose her so soon. And it's like, oh, that's dark, man.
Have you ever gone back and done anything good with it? Like, you know, or
even anything bad with it. Besides seeing Dunkirk 1 second ago.
That was good.
And you liked Dunkirk?
Well, yes, I'm having trouble hearing you all now because I did listen to it full blast and the sound design was tough for me.
Oh,
but
okay.
yeah, I thought it was interesting. I just wasn't scared of sharks, which is what I was expecting from the movie.
Where'd you get the time machine?
The time machine?
Yeah, the time machine. The interesting part about you.
No, the interesting part about me is I market for businesses for 2 weeks.
No.
The fact that I invented a time machine
You
in my free time.
invented it?
Yes!
How?
With a flex capacitor in the back of my Denali.
That's a big ass vehicle.
I know! I wanted leg room if I was going to be traveling through time. Just squeeze into a car with weird doors.
That's fair.
Makes sense.
And what if you're traveling with 6 people? What if I have kids I want to time travel with? You've got to be prudent with this stuff.
Are you anywhere close to being in that position?
So which one? Having kids?
Yes.
No, not currently.
You're not dating anyone?
No, I'm married.
Yeah. Okay.
My wife just doesn't want to bring in more Berkowitzes into the world because she's worried.
Why don't you... The concept of not having children gets cheers. Why don't you change your name? Like, what is your wife's last name?
Oh, let's see, Durst.
I mean, there are 2 bad associations with that name Durst that I can think of.
Let's see, there's... well, you're watching the Woodstock documentary
Sure,
probably
yeah,
on
Woodstock
Netflix,
99.
and so you're mad at Fred Durst.
Yeah.
And then there's, of course, Robert Durst, no relation to my wife.
Right. Okay.
Except...
He's her dad. But he doesn't want to be associated with her, you know what I mean?
Sure.
Or the other way around.
He doesn't want to be associated with her. What did she do?
My word.
Yeah, I mean, and how hard is that for somebody, you know, emotionally? For your dad to be Robert Durst, but he thinks you're the worst Durst in the family. He called her worst Durst.
That's terrible.
Yeah, Hurst. Hurts, but with the S and the T flipped around to make the rhyme work.
Yes.
Did you go back in time and meet your wife? Is that why you're together, or?
Yes, that is what I do is every time I have a bad date, I take notes on what went wrong and I go back in time and redo the date.
Oh, it's a Groundhog Day.
What's that?
Nothing.
So every day you go back and relive. So I mean... So you're how old are you?
In time travel years or just like when was I born?
Because you'd be twice as old as you are.
Yes, I've lived several days. I was born in 1970.
So you're 104 years old?
Because of twice as much?
Yeah, you're doing every day twice.
Yes, at least. I mean, because sometimes you go on a date. One date I went on years ago, and we went and saw Bone Collector, and I hated it. And so I said, let's do the date again. We went and saw the Pokemon movie.
What did you think of that?
Loved it. Met my wife there.
Oh, how old was she?
Oh, no, nothing like that.
You were just two adults seeing the Pokemon movie.
When you go to the Pokemon movie and see the only other lone adult there, you spark up a convo over popcorn.
What are you doing here? Oh, I don't know. What are you doing here?
I'm lonely. Hey, me too.
Wow, what a storybook romance.
It really was.
Wait, so in the first date, you went to the Bone Collector together.
Yes.
Didn't like the film.
Correct.
You went back in time, and then you just ran into her at the Pokemon movie.
There's a few time travels here.
Okay.
So the next time travel after the first date is I never set up a date with this woman, and I tried to incept her to watch the Pokemon movie.
How are you incepting her without inception technology?
Oh, I have inception technology.
What? What? Where'd you get that?
From Michael Caine.
They gave it to him as a cast gift?
And it was functional in the film.
You know, I did the music for Inception.
You did the music for Inception?
Yes.
What did that sound like?
Boom, 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 boom. I call it Sisqo Technologies.
Well, dude, I gotta ask, you have a time machine? You have an inception technology? What the fuck are you doing? You have such a terrible, shitty job. What are you doing with your life?
I got a lot to worry about. I had to travel through time and incept you to invite me on this show.
I wondered why I did that.
It was an inception. I had to go like 6 dreams back with you. 4 dreams back, I just had to get you to like basketball for some reason.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I never liked basketball until today.
You love it now.
I love it.
You right when you walked into David Robinson Airport, you said, I know who that is.
That's true love.
So I incept people to invite me. It's all to try to help with my job, because what is a man if not his work?
Okay, all right.
Nobody respected the crazy time traveler in Back to the Future. Hair's crazy, hangs out with boy,
He is weird.
pisses off the Libyans.
Where's Yellow?
Is constantly at war with a 20-year-old named Biff. At a certain age, you can't have beef with Biff.
Doc Brown was at war with Biff?
Don't you think so?
No.
Doc Brown hated Biff.
Wait, I don't know that he ever met him.
I don't think they had any interaction in any of those movies.
Biff hides in the back of Doc Brown's car in the second one, and he hated that when he found out.
But
Wouldn't
they didn't
you?
talk.
What's that?
They didn't talk to each other.
No, but he found out and he hated it.
But he never expressed that hatred on screen.
You, of all people, should know about subtext.
I'm granting you my second touche of the evening. Are you not disclosing any other phenomenal technologies in your possession?
Yeah, and you have to tell us, because we're cops.
We don't want to hear any more about marketing for America.
We are all San Antoine PD.
PX.
San Antoine Police Department.
No crazy technologies. I mean, Face Off, of course.
You have face-off
Face-off technology?
Who are you?
Whose face
Yes.
did I take off?
Yeah, yeah.
Let's see. I mean, in this current moment,
Yeah.
my brothers.
Why would you do that?
I was at my wit's end because everyone goes, Seth, use your technology to stop your brother from killing. And I was tired of hearing it, so I faced off with him. So now he has to hear all that complaining, and
Oh dear. Oh dear.
I'm lost in face-off logic.
Yes, you are. Yes.
I mean, it's been complicated ever since we Freaky Friday'd, I guess.
So you Freaky Friday and face off? So you're back to who you were.
All right, that's our show. Thank you.